Every time, though, that you give your take on things, there's a lot of people that go, well, why isn't Freddie running his own company? He's talked about running this company. What's going on here?
I have been working on it. I can talk a lot about the process.
Yeah.
I wrote a wrestling show, and it was also a promotion.
Like a scripted show?
It was partially scripted, and then wrestling matches as well. And depending on the talent, you can let some people do their own thing. Some people need to be written for. Some people shouldn't talk. That they're more skilled in the ring than on the microphone, right?
Yeah.
But it was different than what is out there today. I felt in a good way. And I started going out with it the traditional Hollywood way, which is find a producer who's passionate about the material or showrunner, attach them to the material, and then you and that showrunner producer go to networks. I don't like this process. It adds people that weren't an organic part of the process to it at a very early stage, and it makes it seem like it's okay to change everything. It doesn't always go down like that, but more often than not it does. And the producers that I found all wanted so much ownership that by the time I would be done with the network and the showrunner, I'm making less than both of them. And it's my idea.
Yeah.
And that's normally how it goes when you sell a half hour or an hour-long television show, right? So I wanted to shift or switch tracks, I guess is a better way to say it, and completely self-finance, produce, and create something that then already exists and license it then to studios once I can establish what it is, the way Vince does Monday Night Raw with the USA Network.
Yeah.
He licenses it to them. They don't own it. He licenses it. The same way he doesn't own the arenas he's in. He leases them for that night.
Yep.
And that there are ownership laws that exist, but that's not ownership, right? So I wanted to own it. And it's an independent wrestling promotion, but I needed an education in independent wrestling from the distribution side and from the actual physical promotion side as well. Matt Cardona, who we both love, introduced me to the wonderful people that helped create Fight TV, and they've created the premier streaming network, PSN. You can go on a phone and go to the App Store and download it right now. And it's almost like a new cyberpunk territory system where they're bringing all these independent wrestling promotions to their network, and you can watch everything they're doing, but more importantly, everything they've done. So a lot of the wrestlers that you can watch are wrestlers that you would see on AEW and WWE, but now you can watch their early matches. Yeah. You can watch Generico matches. You can watch Kevin Steen. You can watch, all these guys doing their thing at a young age. And with all the new wrestling coming in, they have something, and I usually need to go to my phone for this, but on September 9th in New Jersey.
I will be there.
And you are actually a part of this, which is so awesome.
I'm hosting the pre-show.
You're going to Medicine, New Jersey at the Medicine Sportsplex, and they're doing their premier showcase there, which is basically, and I love this, each independent promotion that they represent sends their best wrestlers to this one show in the hopes that their wrestler will win the premier championship, which is a championship that PSN has created and will allow to be defended on any independent promotion that the wrestler wins it from and then goes to. It's so old school. It feels like Kumite from like the old school Van Damme, even though Frank Dukes was a fraud. You heard it here. Straight up, that's real talk. The real ones, no. But it feels like a Kumite tournament, and you get to have this sort of winner at the end. I just hope somebody screams Mate instead of taps out.
And you're an investor in PSN.
I'm a co-owner of the company.
A co-owner?
I really believe in
Josh
what they're trying to
Chernoff
do.
is the one who's kind of headed this up.
Yes.
Man, that guy works his ass off.
He busts his ass.
Yes.
And they know independent wrestling. They have access to so much, and I can, instead of going to film school for 4 years, get on a set. You'll learn a lot more. That's what I would always recommend to people instead of getting in debt. And this is the same thing as like throw me in the fire and hope I don't get burned too bad. You know what I mean? But it's an education and a trial by fire, and I think will prepare me better when I do my own show, which I'll more than likely also be doing with PSN as well.
So if I'm co-hosting the pre-show.
If
for
I'm
the
there, we
showcase.
got to have a segment. The
Let's
two of
do
us.
it.
We
This
gotta
means
have
you're
a
my
segment.
boss. Wow.
Well, I'll be
Okay.
your partner. I'll be your partner.
Okay.
I'll be your partner.
You'll be my partner.
Yeah, I'll be your color guy.